We choose to go to the moon. With those words in the 1960s, America made a promise to the stars. Backed by billions of dollars, aggressive funding, and an unbreakable political will, NASA was born to conquer the cosmos. The United States practically owned the space race, planting flags, driving rovers, and making history. But what was happening in India? We had absolute geniuses, visionaries like Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. But under the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty, the political priorities just weren't in the sky. For decades of Congress rule, the Indian space dream was held back by slow-moving bureaucracy, red tape, and a severe lack of funding. While NASA and the Soviets were battling for galactic supremacy, India's brightest minds were literally hauling rocket parts on bicycles and bullock carts. The scientific talent was world-class, but the political backing, it was light years behind. We were forced to watch from the sidelines as the rest of the world claimed the final frontier. Then came 2014. The narrative flipped. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi stepped in and looked up. He didn't just see a space agency, but rather he saw India's biggest geopolitical and technological weapon. The era of playing catch-up was officially over. Prime Minister Modi shattered the bureaucratic chains. He backed ISRO with serious funding, streamlined the approvals, and most importantly, he gave our scientists the absolute freedom to innovate without political interference. The message from the Prime Minister's office was crystal clear. Space isn't a luxury for India anymore. It is our destiny. And the results? They broke the internet. Mangalyaan, our Mars orbiter mission, made India the first nation in history to reach Mars on its very first attempt. And we did it for less than the budget of the Hollywood movie Gravity. But the crown jewel? Chandrayaan-3. We didn't just go to the moon, we went where no one else dared. When our Pragyan rover kissed the lunar south pole, history was rewritten. We became the first country to ever land there. The world wasn't just watching anymore, they were taking notes. And we followed it right up with Aditya L1 staring straight into the sun. But here is Prime Minister Modi's real masterstroke. He knew that to dominate space, the government couldn't do it alone. So he did the unthinkable. He broke the monopoly and opened up India's space sector to private players. Suddenly, Indian startups were building rockets, satellites were being designed by 20-somethings and launched from Indian soil. Companies like Skyroot and Agnikul are becoming the SpaceXs of India. An industry that was heavily restricted is now a booming ecosystem, projected to reach over a massive $44 billion by 2033 and $100 billion by 2040. Today, the crosshairs are locked on the future. We are gearing up for Gaganya, sending Indians to space on an Indian rocket. And by 2035, the Bharatiya Antariksha Station, India's very own space station. When millions of kids in small Indian towns see this happening, they realize that nothing is impossible. From carrying rockets on bicycles under a leadership that couldn't see the stars, to launching global constellations under a leader who dares to conquer them, is the ultimate story of resilience. We aren't just participating in the space race anymore, we are redefining it. The stars aren't just in the sky, they are in India's future. And this National Space Day, we remember that every mission begins with a decision to dream beyond the limits of the present. From Vikram Sarabhai's early vision to Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, Aditya L1, and the missions still waiting on the launch pad, India's journey into space has become a story of scientific ambition, national confidence, and generations of Indians looking upward. This is no longer a distant dream. This is India's space age. Happy National Space Day.